Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about some of the tips and tricks that you need to know to hit your first 1000 subscribers. So we're going to start at the beginning. Number 1, thumbnails. If you watch any other videos like this, they will tell you the importance of thumbnails and that you need to stand out from the crowd. This is important to hook your viewer in, and then they go and show you what a good thumbnail looks like. And every thumbnail looks the same. You must have seen what I mean. There's the same things all the time. There's the open mouth, there's the hand on the cheek, open mouth looking surprised. There's the hand over the mouth, normally pointing up at the same graphics, the same wording, the same letters, the same fonts, the same colours. Absolutely everything looks identical, and apparently that's how you are supposed to stand out from the crowd. Is that what you want? It's not what I want. I don't want YouTube to become some homogenised space. The whole point and the beauty of YouTube is that it's diverse. Genuinely, you think of any subject right now and put it into the search bar and you will find videos on it. And if you don't, well, there's your niche. Go and fill that niche. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to do everything absolutely identical to satisfy the algorithm. We need to take this back from them, because we can't keep doing this. Otherwise we're going to end up no better than music. That's why their music charts are so bloody awful. It's because every song is written to a formula, specifically to excite the algorithm at Spotify or Apple Music or wherever it is you listen to your music. And that so it shows up in the feed as the next song to listen to for teenage girls who will hammer these songs over and over again so they get the traction. If you want the same thing over and over again, by all means do it the same thing over and over again. Thumbnails, to me, as someone who grew up in the 70s and 80s, to me they're like album artwork. I mean, I'm not an Iron Maiden fan, but even without their name on it, I can tell you an Iron Maiden album cover from a mile away, because they have their own style. And that means anybody who is really into Iron Maiden or as a fan, if they see artwork the same, they will stop, they will click on that, and they will watch that video or whatever it is, just to see what it's about, to see if there's any further information they haven't heard before. I personally am a fan of prog rock, so I'm the same with Yes. If I see any Yes artwork from the 70s done by Roger Dean, I will stop immediately, I will click and I'll see, I want to know what's going on, what these people are talking about. Is it some new Yes music that I've never heard before? Is it a new take on that? And the same with the Stone Roses. If I see splatter paint artwork, like a Jackson Pollock style, I will stop and I will try and watch that, because it might be unreleased Stone Roses stuff. So to me, your thumbnails are your album covers. So why shouldn't they be an expression of who you are, what you are, or what your subject matter is? Now, your corporate colours, for want of a better phrase, or your word in your font, wherever you feel comfortable with, it should represent you. We need to take this back. We can't be a slave to the algorithm. Now, Grace Jones was right to be a slave to the rhythm, not the algorithm. She knew what she was talking about. So do your thumbnails, but make sure they are representative of you and your subject matter. That way, if someone likes your stuff and you've got your own style of thumbnails, when they see it, they will click and they will watch your videos. Easy. Number 2, find your voice. Again, this sounds stupid, but it is true. Again, I've seen this in other videos where they say, start recording. Don't look too much into planning what you're going to do at the beginning, because you'll spend days and days and days, if not weeks and months, planning it and never get around to doing anything. Start recording. See what your voice sounds like, see what your videos look like. You'll be able to see what works and what doesn't. You'll be able to delete the things that don't work and start increasing the use of the things that do work. And when I say find your voice, it can be as simple as your voice could be really soothing and nice to listen to, at which point you could read the phone book and get thousands of subscribers on YouTube. But finding your own voice, once you start getting comfortable, doing these videos, there will come a time where you're in the middle of talking and you'll suddenly realise that what you're saying you're happy with. It's, you know, it's good to you, it sounds good to you, but it's a message that you want to get out there. It's something that you're interested in, it's something that's important to you, and it's something that other people will listen to. That voice will come to you and you'll know when it comes to you. But you've got to start recording these videos, otherwise it's never going to happen. So stop procrastinating and start recording now. Well, not now after this video, but you know, now sort of. 3. Be interested in the topics that you're talking about. Again, another thing that sounds stupid, but it really does stand out. If you're not interested in what you're talking about, why would anyone else be interested in what you're talking about? If you're passionate about something, they'll go along with that journey with you. Even if it's your channel is specialising in ranting and raving about things and venting your spleen and letting your anger out, great. If you're going for it 100%, I will come along with you, and I'm sure thousands of other people will do. But if it's only half-hearted, why is anyone going to watch that? So don't just do it for the sake of doing it. If you want to speak about something, make sure it means something to you. We will, as viewers, we will take that on board. We'll be able to feel that and we'll go with you. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Basically, that's the mantra you should be looking for. 4. Be authentic and original. Now, this doesn't mean that it has to be completely, 100% original. You can't, there's only so many things you can possibly do on YouTube, I suppose, without at least having some inspiration from somewhere else. But by this, I watch a lot of reaction videos, particularly Americans reacting to English or UK music and comedy. So them doing the same thing, it's not really original, but all of them do it in their own style. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to watch one after the other. So don't just try and copy what someone else is doing. If you're going to do something that someone else is already doing or in that niche, do it in your own style, have your own take on it. Again, it goes back to having that authentic voice. It's all about the authenticity. If you listen to musicians, they will always go on about the same thing. It's about being authentic. How can someone hang their soul on what you're singing or what you're talking about if, it sounds like what someone else was doing earlier on, and someone else was doing it much better than you were earlier on. That's what you're going to get. But yeah, be original. If you can be original, you will get thousands, and if not tens of thousands of people watching you. I know I will. And is it 5 we're up to? Or is it 4? It's 5, and it doesn't matter anyway. But next will be enjoy what you're doing, have fun. You can make this a job. There are people who are making a very good living out of this, but I think even they have fun when they're doing it. That's what it's supposed to be about, isn't it? It's not just another 9 to 5. Have fun with what you're doing. If you have fun, you're original, and you believe in what you're saying, we'll come along with you. Anyway, I hope some of these have been of use to you. The whole point of this, really, I'm not at 1,000 subscribers. I hope you will do very quickly. But the whole point of me doing this was more about, we have to be original. We have to take this back from satisfying an algorithm. You as an individual have to show your individuality. Whether it's your voice, whether it's your subject matter, doesn't matter what it is, it has to be you. It can't just be the same thing like Stepford Wives, the same thumbnails, the same content over and over again. What's the point? So be original, let your voice be heard, and enjoy what you're doing. And good luck getting to your 1,000. In the meantime, subscribe, like, have a look at some of the other stuff I've put on here, because I might just be able to save your life as well. Thank you, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.